Logistic World Expo 2023 on supply chain, logistic and transportation optical conference. The dignitaries on the dais, Mr. Balmilki Singh, Mr. Neeraj Khonsala, Mr. T. Manoj Daniel, Mr. Ravindra Goratkar, Mrs. Sunita Karad, Mr. Kishore Hinglikar, and all those who are present for this very important and useful conference. My predecessors have very nicely explained the problems, the issues, the challenges, and the opportunities of this sector. This supply chain, logistic and transportation, these are three different activities, but they are so interconnected that you cannot talk about them in isolation. If you see their importance, the GDP, the contribution of this sector in the GDP is almost 15%. And the employment, only transport sector gives about 6.5 million, and if you add the employment of the logistic and the supply chain industry, it goes almost little over 10 million, and that's about 10 to 12% of the India's total employment. So the sheer number will indicate the importance of this sector. So when we are talking about $5 trillion of economy, it's a vision of our Prime Minister to take India to the height of a $5 trillion economy. So in order to achieve that objective, and if India has to become a developed state, a developed country, and if you want our size of economy to be $5 trillion, I think this supply chain, logistics and transport sector has to be our priority area, and without doing any reforms in this sector, without this sector being the driver of the economy, the country cannot reach to that height. And as a government, we are very sure about it. We are fully aware about the importance of this sector, the challenges and the roadmap. As Mr. Balmilki Singh has mentioned, what are the parameters? I mean, when we talk about taking this sector ahead, as you have rightly mentioned, we have to see the basic parameters. If the logistic cost, if we cut down to 9%, then we will be at the world standard. So right now it is 14%. Bringing down 1% below, I am aware what are the challenges. Even to bring down it slightly requires a huge reform. When we say about a number, someone will see that, okay, from 18% we bring down to 14%. But to bring down a 1% less requires lot of efforts and lot of challenges and reform. And considering these issues, I can speak about the Maharashtra, which is one of the most industrial states. Having 20% of the GDP of the India comes from the Maharashtra. And for this sector, the government has a very clear roadmap. First thing is about the licensing and permit. For all this sector now, we have a single window system. But of course, I am aware that in many departments that once you enter a single window, you will find the multiple windows. Then again, you will find the multiple doors. So initially, we say it is a single window system, but actually it happens single window. It will take some time. I must candidly admit that in some of the department, for some of the permissions, it's a single window. But for many permissions, you have to cross the multiple windows and the multiple doors. But definitely, in the days to come, it will be a single window system. What is most important is about the transport and logistic planning. We have a separate policy for this sector. It not only provides the incentives, it provides some handholding, the financial supports, the permissions. Mr. Bal has rightly mentioned that it is a part of the basic urban planning. And I think in most of the DPs now, that what you have mentioned is already there. It will take some years to see it on the ground. Now the new DPs for 2030, these are prepared for all the major cities, have the provision of the truck terminal and the logistic park. Road safety and traffic management is also one of the important issues for this sector. If you consider Maharashtra, the vehicle population is almost 4.2 crores. Now, at one hand, we have the vehicle population increasing. On the other hand, our infrastructure is also increasing. Definitely, we were behind in the public transportation. Now, the public transportation has also gained the momentum. The Maha Metro person is here. He will explain you better. I think with so much initiative, this traffic management, road safety, these issues will be also addressed. The transport infrastructure, we have the clear roadmap for the transport infrastructure for the road, the railways, and for the airport. Mrs. Karad has mentioned in her address, she has given statistics that from where in a short span, where the country is leading in this area, not only on the roads, railway, airport, but even on the ports and the seaways. One of the issues about the warehousing. We see a very skewed difference in the requirement and the availability of the warehousing. So there are a lot of issues. Last year we announced a policy for the warehousing. The state has a policy for the warehousing where there is the interest subvention, there is some exemption on the stamp duty. I think reduction in some stamp duty rates. There are issues about the supply chain. There is a lot of technological intervention required in this area. The supply chain is a full of technology business. Every new technology is coming, and adopting that technology for this on this sector is also one of the focus area of the government. And then I can only say that these issues we are fully aware. Government has appreciated the contribution of this sector. We have a clear roadmap, and if you see what we have achieved in last few years and what we are going to achieve in the next year. I think that roadmap will definitely lead us to the India's dream to a $5 trillion economy, and this transport sector and the logistics sector is a driver for making India as a global leader and as one of the developed economy. Mr. Bal, you have mentioned some issues about the road sector. He has always been a supporter to us. We consider him as a part of a department, not a. We talk so freely and so often. We discuss each and every issue. We get so many insights from him. He has a good insight of the entire transport sector, exposure to world exposure. He is aware about the issues of the nation, and he keep on giving us good advices, and we always appreciate and try to do as much as possible. But I am sure he is not happy at the pace and at the speed which he expects us to drive. लेकिन सर जो स्पीड इंडिया में रोड का है ना, वैसी जो हमारा है, अभी तक हम not 500-600 kilometers per day. We are at 250-300 kilometers per day. But definitely together we will also drive with that speed. Mrs. Karad, you are really given a lot many issues and food for thought. Ideally, the administration and the university should work together, as in most countries.
Problems which you have that is need to be addressed.
Yeah, because this what happened that we are running parallel and not converging. That has been an issue. What research you have, what studies you have, what solutions you have identified. It should be part of this government decision making. I was surprised one day. I am told that next to health sector, maximum startup are in the transport sector. And in last 6 months of this my job, I have never met any startup. So I told them that the next month I am keeping one conference with all startup in the transport sector. At least I should know what they are doing. And that is a big issue in India. Everybody, we work in silos, we work in isolation, and how to come together. That has always been a challenge, but good that you have highlighted some of the issues. I have really noted it down also. And in the days to come, we will work together. And I am sure Maharashtra will give some model to the country on this supply chain and logistic issue. I am really thankful to everyone for being patient and giving me the opportunity to interact with you. We will have many such. I would love to be present here for the whole day, but I have an important meeting. But definitely we keep on meeting as we always meet, and we'll try to find out some way that how we can adopt the best practices of the industry, how we can be part of work in association with the accreditation, with the institute and the startup. Next month we are planning to have one conference with all the startups. I will also request your cooperation for that, so that some one blueprint or action plan can be presented to the government for the further decision. I thank all of you. Thank you very much.